Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday night live broadcast. And I want to welcome all of my Facebook friends that are watching this, my LinkedIn friends that are watching this. Turns out we had some behind the scenes glitches on some software. So our live broadcast never made it to Facebook. LinkedIn, if you're lucky enough to watch it, that's one thing, but we're glad you're here. And this session tonight is going to be really special in a number of ways. Now, in August, I'm going to be celebrating 30 years of participating in the network marketing industry. And we've watched social networks come, grow, go, change. And with the advancement of the internet and bandwidth, you've all seen the ability to communicate go faster, to share videos, and even for us to communicate the way we're communicating. And for most of the year, we're only in the third month, over the last couple of years, I have been, when it came to training on LinkedIn, a few years back, actually, I think it was 2.5 years, LinkedIn made a major change. You used to be able to go on LinkedIn and you could, for 30 days, you could do a search, find people, and send them a message for free. 2 years ago, they changed it. Now you can only do 5 profile searches. And the message you would send somebody was reduced from 300 characters to 200. So if you really wanted to use LinkedIn effectively to pinpoint and use it to its major advantage, you had to pay for it. But to tell you the truth, that was okay, because if you followed the steps, you followed my scripts, you could actually, it would pay for itself. So whether you were paying $40, $50, $100, $170, it didn't matter. But over the last, I guess, 6 weeks, I was talking to a number of good friends who requested me to come up with a way where you could use LinkedIn for free, where you didn't have to pay for it. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still major, distinct advantages for paying for it. All right. But if you want to use it for free, you can't. And while I was putting this together, see, a number of things have kind of come into play. Over the last 2 months, we have emphasized the importance of posting and using posting to build relationships with people between your conversations. And over the last few weeks, I've actually sent all of you case studies. Now, these are big documents, so you can't watch these. They're PDF. No, they're not PDF. They're PowerPoint presentations. I'm going to turn them into PDFs. But The bottom line is, from the beginning, that initial message, all the way to the end, these are textbook examples of scripts and conversations that work. And they're all examples that I created working with my coaching students. So my coaching program has modified a bit. And now, instead of just giving people scripts, I give them the initial script. And then while I'm working with them, I'm logging into their accounts and I'm writing back to their prospects initially, so that my coaching students really understand how the process works, so they don't screw up, potential great prospects. So what you got in the mail and what we're adding to the content of our boot camps, of course, if you compare the case studies from 4 months ago to the case studies we're releasing now, it's a totally different animal. All right. So getting back to the power of posting, because posting builds rapport. Posting literally builds you up to be, the term now is social media influencer. It's critically important. And so they work so well. And now that we're also talking about groups, because you really can't search on Facebook for people. The ability to do keyword searches on Facebook was gone years ago. But one of the ways that you find prospects is with groups. So as long as I'm talking about posting, Instagram is owned by Facebook. And so it's appropriate that in our current boot camp, and this was a last minute thing that I just decided to add. If you've got any kind of a presence on Facebook, we're going to show you how you can use Instagram to build up the perception in everybody's mind that you're the type of person they want to talk to. Now, there are growing groups of professionals on LinkedIn and Facebook that need what you're promoting right now. Right now. And again, they're not hard to find. Now, the growing groups of professionals on LinkedIn that need what you're promoting, if we're going to talk about groups, there are approximately 3 million LinkedIn groups. And so the way that works is you join a group, and then you communicate with the people in the group. There are 1.8 billion people that belong to groups on Facebook. Now, you can actually join up to 6,000 Facebook groups. And once you reach this limit, you need to leave some groups before you can join new ones. All right, so let me first on LinkedIn. Go up here. Actually, you can do this in any one of a number of ways. Number one, you could just type in group, plural. Now, so down here, you click on groups. Now, the most effective way to use groups would be, let's say, for example, you're looking for a nurse. You type in the word nurse, whoops. And you got 2,500 groups, nurse groups. And what you want to do is you want to look for the biggest groups. So here's 26,000, 25,000 group, 26,000 members in this group. And once you join the group, now keep in mind that the people in the groups, you're going to find a lot of what you're looking for, nurse practitioners, but you're also going to find a lot of people in these groups that are not necessarily nurse practitioners, but they're people that want to sell to nurse practitioners. But you can join a group and communicate with everybody in the group for free. All right? And so you pick out the group by the subject of the people who would be in the group. You could also pop up here and do a search for internet marketing groups. Or network marketing groups. Type it in up here. Go over here to groups. Now, these groups all have rules. And the way they work, frankly, is you don't post commercials for your business in the groups. You know, initially when I was building a network marketing business and I was using AOL, they didn't have groups. Back then, they were called chat rooms. And so now you could either create your own group, which is certainly one way to do it, attract all kinds of people to it. Or you could join other groups. And then once you're in the group, you reach out and start connecting with people. And there's a whole bunch of scripts and tactics that we're going to share with all of you as far as communicating with people in groups. All right, Barbara, you're going to love this. All right, now go over to Facebook. So on Facebook, you look on from your home page, you go over to the left, and you have all the groups that you belong to. if you want to look up groups, go back to your home page. Type in groups. And so you've got connect with people who share your interests. You could either create a group, or you can search for groups. All right. Now, posting. Posting is what creates relationships. And the things that you post, this is one of the reasons why we're going to be talking about Instagram in this upcoming boot camp, because they're connected. All right, now, what I want to do is let me come back over here to LinkedIn. So right now I'm paying for Recruiter Lite, which is $176 a month. Now, what LinkedIn has done, and you're absolutely going to love it, is if you go over to your network, I got 13 people that want to connect with me. You go over here to your connections. First level, people I'm directly connected to. So I got 10,000. These 10,000 connect me to their connections, brings it up to 1,830,000. These 1,830,000 connect me to the rest of LinkedIn, 1,100,000,000 people. Now, this is the world that we all have to search, okay? Let's go back to your first level. 25 to 35% of the people that you're connected to, you've either never talked to, or you initiated a conversation with them and then they didn't respond, you got busy, so basically you just left them alone. All right. Now, LinkedIn has a feature called catch up, which is going to enable you. I mean, they're doing it. They're bringing up things of the people that you're connected to that you can relate to. Job changes. Now, again, if you wanted to send them a connection request, you want to send them a message, first you need to make sure that they're active. Just because LinkedIn is bringing them up doesn't mean they're active. And so what you have to do, you have to bring up the profile. And then you can go over here to the messenger. So she reached out to me in 2021. And she's doing all the talking. This is one of the reasons why LinkedIn really got annoyed with all the people that are just on here and blasting and promoting things. All right. Now, so what ketchup is going to do for you between job changes, birthdays, excuse me, work anniversaries. And so we have all kinds of new tactics to not only reconnect with these people, but to change your profile so that LinkedIn literally notifies everybody that you're connected to that something has changed on your profile. And go back to your network. If you've been on LinkedIn for any length of time, then a third of the people that you're connected to are still prospects. Let's come down here. Now, LinkedIn every day puts people in front of you. We're not doing a search, okay? And if you want to use LinkedIn for free, you've got Sales Navigator. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to log out of my account. And I'm going to log into my good friend Margie Aliprandi. Okay, now they are trying to promote Sales Navigator to her, but right now she's not paying for it. Okay, so if we wanted to do the traditional search, you are looking for an opportunity. You got people. Now we could also come over here to groups. Well, let's click on people. So there's 11 million people here that are looking for an opportunity. Now, because she's not paying for it, she only has the ability to reach out to 5 people. And then LinkedIn's going to cut her off. Going to cut you off. However, come back over here to your network. Scroll down. People you may know. Now, there is nothing. There's no limit. Well, actually, what I would do is I'd keep it to 20, 25 people. But you could come over here. in the San Diego area. You look at what they do. You're not looking at the entire database. People in the wellness and fitness service industry. Now, here they want you to follow people. So again, if we're going to use it for free, you follow them first. And now that you're following them, you could go and you could send them a connection request. People you only know in similar roles. Connect. Now, what you can do is you come up here, you can show all. Connect. All right? Let me come back over here. So, LinkedIn's business model enables you to easily connect with people on your first 3 levels for free. Only now they limit the number of searches that you can do. The advanced features that come with costs are Premium, Premium 1, Premium 2, Sales Navigator, Recruiter Lite, and Recruiter. First level are the people you're directly connected to. Their people, their connections are on your second level. Their connections are on your third level, and group members. These are the people that you are connected to. So once you connect with somebody, you're connected to their connections. Again, doesn't cost you anything. You can adjust your settings so that people on your first level will see when you're online. The solid green, you're on a desktop or laptop. Donut, you're on a mobile. So the strategy that you're going to use is never turn off your computer, so that when people that you've written to or send a connection request to, Steve, love this. I'm happy to see. Actually, we got 2 Steves, Copping and Middleton. It's been a while. Australia, Steve. Anyway, what I'm sharing with you is unbelievable. And you can make yourself visible to everyone just by adjusting your settings. Now, LinkedIn continues to change. LinkedIn now lets you send messages directly to people in your network that you're not connected to by paying to send them an email. It's a form of advertising. You don't have to do it because when you use the profile search, sending people a message is built in. Now, last year, all free account users, again, were restricted to only 5 profile searches and sending 5 connection requests with a 200-character message a month to other members. Initially, they limited it to 10, but 4 months later, they knocked it down to 5. That means you have to pay for one of the business building monthly memberships to do profile searches and connect with perfect prospects for your business if you want to do the traditional searches. I'm going to go over some of those. And while these memberships can easily pay for themselves, I'm going to show you how you can use LinkedIn for free. So right now, there are growing groups of professionals that need what you're promoting right now. So you can search for people by their profession. Nurses, doctors, chiropractors, teachers, store managers, etc. By their military experience. The thing about the advanced keyword searches is you can search for doctors who were in the Navy. You can search for teachers that were in the Air Force. The more you have in common with people, the easier it is to create relationships. Search for people by their skill sets. Now, people can list 50 skills with each job. It's a lot of skills. In fact, the number of skills, I believe, is up to 41,000. So what happens is when you do a search, everything that's on your profile meshes with your search results. The people that have the most things in common with you show up at the top. Typically, I'm in Florida. If Steve in Australia did a search, the people, same keyword, we're all looking for salespeople. The number is going to be the same, but the sequence of what comes up is going to be different. Search for people by the companies they work for. Well, Rodan and Fields, network marketing company, changed their comp plan last summer. All kinds of leaders looking for new businesses. Red Lobster's in bankruptcy. Bed Bath & Beyond went bankrupt last year. There are still store managers. Haven't been able to find jobs. By their location, city, state, country, zip code. By their activity. By what they post. Changes to their status. By the schools they attended when they created their profile. Now, this comes with Recruiter Lite, and with each one of their advanced features, there are very specific scripts and strategies that you're going to use to take advantage of those. And finally, by their desire and urgency to find new ways to generate income. So right now, because I just did these earlier today, if you went on LinkedIn, just looking for people who are looking for an opportunity, got 11 million. Retired people. I read in the Wall Street Journal in October that 1 out of 8 retired people are looking to come out of retirement either to work full-time or part-time. Now, if you look at the total number of retired people in the United States, and then 1 out of 8 is looking for something to do, that's 8.2 million people. On LinkedIn, you've got 8.5 million people. People seeking, 6.8 million. People that are open, 3 million. People that are searching, 1.3 million people. People that are unemployed, 2 million. Now, there's actually, I think it's 7 million people in the United States that are unemployed. But people don't, there's 2 million people that are flat out saying they're unemployed. The people that are open, the people that are looking, many of them are unemployed. So how do we use LinkedIn for free? We use those features. LinkedIn has become Facebook for professionals. So these are the paid services. You got premium, 2 Premium, Sales Navigator, Recruiter Lite, and Recruiter. Each one of these gives you the ability to reach out and connect with people. And of course, we have LinkedIn's catch-up. So these are the prices. $40, $60, $99, $169. I can't get a price for Recruiter. Now, let me I sent this out today for those of you that are on my list. All right. So again, this was a case study on how to enroll someone in your profession that always failed. In any sales conversation, addressing your prospects' questions and overcoming their objections is absolutely essential. One of the most effective ways to do this is through storytelling. When introducing your network marketing business to someone in your profession, sharing your personal story instantly builds trust and rapport. People relate to real experiences, and a well-told story makes your opportunity more compelling. This case study highlights how a chiropractor successfully connected with another chiropractor by simply sharing their journey and closing the sale. Simply substitute your profession in this example and tell your network marketing story to someone in your profession. And if you're just getting started in network marketing or don't have a success story of your own yet, don't worry. You can borrow the stories, or for that matter, you can just share your story about why you got into the business and what it did for you. Success leaves clues, and when people see real results, they gain confidence in the opportunity. The more you inspire, the more likely they're able to take action and join your business. Through the power of consistent action, following scripts, sharing valuable posting content, and staying engaged, you nurture your relationships that will naturally lead to sales. The lesson: success isn't about chasing or pushing your opportunity on others. It's about positioning. It's about building relationships with authenticity and consistency. Because in the end, people don't just join businesses, they join people they trust. Now, I previously sent this out as a success story for one of my students, it's a chiropractor. And then I modified it a little bit because it will benefit more people, but there's still something unique here for all of you. So this is Bob's story. Now, Bob Burkowski is one of the leaders in his company, and he's got an interesting story. In fact, one of my coaching students 15 years ago, who had failed in network marketing over and over and over again, finally became successful when we worked together. And in 3 years, he built an organization in a company called, back then it was called Organo Gold. Now they're just called Organo. And he built a team of about 14,000 people. last year, he wished me a happy birthday. We reconnected. How are you doing? And now he's got 60,000 people in his business. One of his leaders is Bob. And so when Bob shares his story, the leader that he was talking to was one of my former students. So what was his story? I was completely against network marketing for many years. I was originally thinking about getting into Amway when I was 18. But my brother-in-law was strongly against it because of his experience and warned me not to do it. He said that he lost a lot of money doing it, ended up with a garage full of soap. So I never did it. Then, 10 years ago, my son approached me about a network marketing company that he was involved with. He got me on the phone with one of the top earners in the company, my former student. When I told him how I felt about it, he said something that was life-changing for me. He said, when you want to learn about something new, you have three options to learn about it. One, you could talk to someone that tried it, but was never successful. Two, you can talk to someone that knows nothing about it. Or three, you could talk to someone about it that was very successful. Who would you listen to? And I thought, oh my God, I was basing my negative opinion on my brother-in-law's experience, and he hasn't been successful in anything that he's done. So I read a few books about network marketing, did some checking on the company that my son wanted me to join, and I got involved. That was 10 years ago. Today, I have a team of 30,000 people in my business around the world. I've made millions of dollars, and I've helped other chiropractors become very successful too. What's your story? Everybody has a story. Now, so he reaches out, and actually, I changed the identities. It's Paul is actually Bob. Linda suggested several times that because of what you do, that we should be connected. I have to look at it. This is one chiropractor talking to another. So they build my network. I look forward to making the connections. And he writes back, it's nice to meet you. First message, second message. You're going to send this out to everybody. And I was talking to, actually, he's a new coaching student, but he's an old coaching student. In other words, in fact, if you go to my YouTube channel, we did a session on Saturday that's up there. And he couldn't believe the last time we worked together was in 2017, and LinkedIn was nothing today like it was back then. And we didn't work this way back then. So the second message, icebreaker. Pleasure to connect with you. Over the years, I found LinkedIn to be an incredible platform for building meaningful relationships and partnerships. Many of the connections I've made here have turned into valuable friendships and productive business opportunities. How long have you been using LinkedIn? How's it been working for you? Well, thanks for reaching out. I don't use LinkedIn that much, but I do enjoy following what other chiropractors and professionals that I work with are doing. Again, if you're a school teacher, be talking to other school teachers. And then we hit them with, this is the conversation starter. Future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I just sent this to a good friend, thought that you'd appreciate it. Routinely send motivational messages like these to my friends on LinkedIn. I hope you enjoy them. I've been a chiropractor for 30 years. How long have you been one chiropractor? Been a chiropractor for 16 years. Many of my friends on LinkedIn are also chiropractors. What prompted you to become one? Well, I suffered an injury when I played football in college. I worked with a chiropractor who really helped my recovery. So impressed with him and the profession in general that I decided to become one too, and I never looked back. So now, this is the importance of gifts, of posting images. So we sent one, a Mark Twain quote: find a job you enjoy doing, and you'll never have to work a day in your life. Then, now I'm doing the typing here. Many of the chiropractors that I've met on LinkedIn have also worked with the network marketing company on the side to generate an additional stream of income. What companies have you worked with? We know that anybody that's been teaching school for more than 10 years knows all about network marketing. We know that a chiropractor that's been in the business for more than 10 years has had some experience with network marketing, even if there is no obvious need. So we could be reaching out to the people that have a need, or we could bring it up in natural conversation. So I worked with many network marketing companies over the years, but was never successful. In fact, I always spent more money on them than I ever made. I hear that from many of the professionals that I talk to, including the chiropractor. What were some of the companies that you worked with? I don't remember all of them. The ones that come to mind: Univera, Vasayo, Forever Living, Unicity, Zija, Isagenix, and Melaleuca. That's quite a list of companies. What prompted you to get involved with these companies in the first place? I'm an easy mark when it comes to buying and trying things. I was looking for a way to make extra income and offer my patients something that would help improve their health. Who knew working with them would just cost me money, not make any? But how long ago did you try working with these companies? I've tried them all off and on for the last 14 years, but never made any money with any of them. I've been a chiropractor for 16 years, and 14 years he's been trying to make money in network marketing. I talk to chiropractors all the time that had the same experience, but I also know a lot of chiropractors who've enjoyed tremendous success in network marketing. I was completely against network marketing, and this is where his story comes in. So where he shares his story. To be successful in network marketing, you really just need three things. One, you need to be working with a company that has products or services you can be passionate about, passionate to the point that you'd enjoy telling people about them, even if you weren't getting paid to do it. Two, you have to be working with someone in the company that's successful. They must know how to use social networks like LinkedIn and Facebook to build a business, and they must be committed to helping you succeed and help you to build your team. And third, you got to have good online tools to help you and everyone in your team tell others people about the business. So here's the thing that you need to keep in the back of your mind. Whenever you're talking to a prospect about your business, they are thinking three things. One, they're thinking, is this real? Is this legit, or is this one of these online scams? Two, they're thinking, if it is real, is this something I could really do? And they're thinking subconsciously, who do I know that I could tell about this? And third, they're thinking, are you going to help them? Now, when you run into people that have tried multiple network marketing companies, they had the first part, passionate, excited about the business, but they didn't have the second and they didn't have the third. That's why these people will continue to come back, try again. So as you are talking to them, what are we doing? We are filling in the blanks. We are assuring them subliminally that, yes, we are going to help. Now, thanks to social networks, you don't have to chase your family, friends, and acquaintances. Neither do you have to do home parties, meetings, advertise, or buy leads. Considering the length of time that you've been a chiropractor, I'm not surprised that you've tried network marketing so many times. And frankly, I'm also not surprised you didn't do well either, because you were using old school methods that stopped working years ago. Chiropractors can be very successful in network marketing today. As a medical professional, you have tremendous credibility with people. As a chiropractor, you have the people skills, communication skills, training skills, leadership skills to be very successful in network marketing. Now, this is a copy and paste script that you modify for the person that you're talking to. Now, I understand you've had bad experiences with network marketing, but I also understand why. And I wouldn't be talking to you about this if I wasn't confident that working together, you would be very successful. And we have a system and online tools that can help you build the business virtually on LinkedIn and Facebook in an hour to a day, and finally achieve the success that initially attracted you to the network marketing business model in the first place. Would you be open to looking at my company where I know that you would quickly see the opportunity? Yeah, please. Thanks for taking the time to share your experience. I look forward to learning more. All right, now, you can learn more about the company and our products by clicking on this link. That'll provide you with the information about the company, our products, and how we make money. You're going to find that this is the easiest way to learn about the business, like other chiropractors that I work with. Now, this is where we slide into the project launch. I usually don't do this because we haven't had much time to learn about each other, but since time is of the essence, and as a chiropractor, you have the experience and skill sets to be very successful in my business, I'm about to launch a special project to work with two people on LinkedIn, help them build their business, become trainers and leaders in the company, and earn between $7,200 and $12,000 in the next 90 days. Where did this number come from? It comes from understanding the comp plan. Now, all of you in different companies are going to have different answers. Now, I know that I'd enjoy working with you and that you'll enjoy working with me. When would we have time to go over all the details so we can get started building your business? And then we sent a post. The 3 C's of life: choices, chances, changes. You must make a choice to take a chance, or your life will never change. Now, he didn't answer right away. And so the next day, another post. Now, these are gifts. They're moving images. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to just try one more time. Thomas Edison, 10,000 light bulbs before he got one that worked. Now, a couple of days later, I hope you had a great day. I just discovered that on LinkedIn, there are 2,347 chiropractors that are looking for an opportunity to make extra full-time income that are eager to talk to me. I so look forward to working with you. I hope you had a nice day. And then a post. Empowering those around you to be heard and valued makes the difference between a leader who simply instructs and one who inspires. And then every week, 2 posts. The one on the left: if your actions inspire others to dream, do, become more, you're a leader. Now, you're quoting the second president of the United States, John Quincy Adams. On the right, leadership is an opportunity to serve. It's not a trumpet call to self-importance. By posting things like this, one secret of leadership is that the mind of a leader never turns off. Leaders, even when they are sightseers or spectators, are active, not passive observers. And the one on the right: to build a strong team, you must see someone else's strengths as a complement to your weaknesses and not a threat to your position of authority. So every week, 2 of these. We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges. Sent this, John Kennedy: leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. He writes back, thanks. So we send this one: you just can't beat the person who never gives up, Babe Ruth. And then he writes, it's Friday, how are you doing? So these are moving images. The one on the left: no matter what you're going through, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You're going to use this all the time. So posting these, now keep in mind that there's no conversation going on. Positive attitude gives you power over your circumstances instead of your circumstances having power over you. So again, every week, too. And then again, it's Friday. How are you doing? Life is a menu. So remember, whoever and whatever you order for your life is what's going to be delivered to your table. So you're posting things that by persisting in your path through, you forfeit the little, you gain the great. You're quoting Emerson. You're quoting Mark Twain. People are looking at these and they're going, wow, you are one smart person. You always pass failure on the way to success. It's literally true that you can succeed best and quickest by helping others to succeed. Not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. Money won't keep you going in hard times. Passion will. So these, I can't even begin to tell you how powerful these are. Follow your dreams and just make sure you have fun too. Every week too. Now, boot camp will tell you where you can get these. Now, again, you got, if you're on my mailing list, I sent these out in the mail. They're PowerPoints. You have to open it up on a desktop or laptop. If I turn it into a PDF, you're not going to be able to see the moving images. But now that I think about it, you're not going to be able to see the moving images anyway. The idea now, there are certain gifts that have multiple messages attached. These next four, when you post these, people are going to see like 10 messages, one right after another. Again, every week, 2 messages. On what days of the week should you post? Doesn't matter. Post it on a Monday, post it on a Friday, post it on a Tuesday, post it on a Thursday, whatever's good for you. Beginning of the week, the middle of the week. And what LinkedIn is going to do is you can jump on LinkedIn and you could literally post them a week ahead of time. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. All right, now when we get to the end here, just because you can doesn't mean you should. All right, now the project launch compensation explanation. Project launch script and compensation explanation on the next page cannot be used with everyone. It must only be used with professionals that have large networks of connections, plus the training skills and experience necessary to achieve the sales results described. If you use it with unqualified people, then you are making an income claim that will come back to haunt you. And so, again, you have to break everything down. What do you make when you sell A? I'm not going to go over this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. And then the actual script. I'm about to launch a special project to work with 2 people on LinkedIn and help them become trainers, leaders, and top earners in my company in the next 90 days. With your previous experience as a chiropractor, possible to make. When can we go over the detail? Now, if you haven't registered for boot camp yet, I strongly urge you to do it. This is going to be a very, very different boot camp. I'm going to put in the chat go to maxsteingart.com/boot camp. Uh, Steve, um, it's been a while. It's been a while since you've been in boot camp, and um, in our second session, let me come back over here. We're in a different platform today than I think the last time you participated in one. So we've got number one, you're going to get the February boot camp recording so you could get started right away. In the second one, connecting with people, that's when we jump into posting. And Jan, I got to tell you something. A lot of people, when they post, make a speech or put something above the post. And to be honest with you, the less you say, the better. All right. Now, when we connect, not only will we show you how to do it, will show you where to get the different images. And what we did with the case studies is we took the next step. And that is we actually listed the ones that were being used. So all you really have to do, if you jump on an Ask Max session, I could demonstrate it. It's been a while since we talked, and I have a special. I'll have somebody reach out to you. I have a special coaching program for people, like you that you just need a brush up and a touch up. But anyway, it's all here. Create, connect, communicate, close. New scripts book, new profile guide, and the holidays that, I got to tell you something. The holidays that are part of the communication process, outrageous. At the end of the day, it's all about communication. It's all about learning about the other person. Why am I coughing? And finally, tomorrow night, and the other thing that I'm adding to boot camp is we're going to jump in and we're going to teach you how to use our own version of ChatGPT, Max GPT. A lot of exciting things. So again, this boot camp is going to be very different. It's going to be jam-packed, filled with new information. Connecting and then communicating are both going to involve posting. In fact, even in our fourth session, closing the sale, it's all about communication. Posting is a big part of communication. So it's nice to see some of you. Jan, it's nice to see you. Steve. If you have any idea who your ideal prospects are, these people are waiting to talk to you right now. Until next time, best of luck.